Hi, I'm Lisa Tarr, pediatric physical therapist and CEO and founder of First Steps Pediatric Therapy and First Steps Clinic, and we provide occupational and physical therapy services in our clinic, in home, as well as virtually. And today I'm here to talk to you about how pediatric therapy can help with common sensory processing challenges. And so you'll wonder, hey, is my kid just sensitive or is it a sensory processing challenge? So my question to you is does your child ever melt down with loud sounds, refuse to wear socks, rush into everything in sight? That's very typical on the children that we provide services for, so we can definitely help. Statistically, about 1 in 6 kids actually experience a sensory processing challenge per the CDC. And what I'm going to address today is what sensory challenges actually look like, how you can spot them early, in addition to what we can do at home and you can try at home, and then when it's really time to get some professional help. So what is sensory processing? Sensory processing is how the brain interprets information for the world around us. So kids can be either over-responsive, under-responsive, or sensory seeking. And this is how their body is processing their 5 senses. So our over-responsive kids are our avoiders. So they actually cover their ears, they dislike anything messy, they gag on certain textures. Our under-responsive kids just don't seem to be noticed when their name is being called. They might seem clumsy, they're slow to react. And then our sensory cravers are the ones that are constantly running, jumping, spinning, chewing everything, having really loud voices. All right, so First Steps can actually help you. And with our over-responders, we focus on minimizing those kids to help them minimize blowing a fuse. So it's kind of like helping them have turns to shut off their power so they don't overload their system. Our under-responders, we're gonna work on helping them with their sensory battery, so kind of like jump starting it a little bit because they actually need a little bit more input to get going. And then our sensory seekers are the ones that generally feel like you can't give them enough sensory stimulation, and then you're actually seeing your child inattentive or not engaged. So we'll give you guys some strategies to help with engagement and attention. So if you've racked your brain and you have you're trying to figure out, hey, is this a picky kid? Is this a behavioral issue? Is this a sensory issue? It's likely that it's a sensory processing, as well as then the sensory processing difficulties is resulting in a behavioral issue, and then you're seeing that child who's picky. So sensory processing is a neurological condition because it actually involves on how the brain actually receives and interprets and responds to the information of those 5 senses. When you have a child that has sensory processing difficulties, their brain isn't organized and their sensory stimulation isn't coming in correctly. And this can make them feel overwhelmed. They might seem under sensitive, and then they can be confused by a lot of these sensations that come into their body. And really, it's not a behavioral problem. It's really how that nervous system is wired and how that child is processing all of those senses in the world. And we actually provide therapy for this population to help with kids with sensory processing or sensory regulation challenges. And it really is a neurological process. So it's really, the neurological system is how that hard wiring is actually made up. And we're not here to change how your child's hard neurological wiring is. We're just here to help you with your children to develop strategies to help them manage those atypical responses. So some things that you get to try at home is you can try a calm down corner is really helpful. This can have some weighted items, some soft textures. You can put a beanbag or a blanket, and you can do a tent. All those things, just try to create a safe space for your child. And then, you can always try those heavy work activities. So, pushing and pulling laundry baskets, doing some animal walks, jumping, mini trampolines are always really great heavy activities. You can offer fidget toys, chewing options, things like even gums, or help them with their transitions that are age appropriate. So giving them kind of a nice little tool to help them with their transitions. You can also try those noise canceling headphones, which is really great, especially in the louder spaces. And this is, you might see this a little bit more with the older kids, getting them to where they can actually listen to some music and kind of zone out from everything that's going around them. And then also the most important thing is developing that routine and creating that safety and that predictability, because this also helps with your nervous system just in general. So that you're, generally we always eat at the end of the day. So, but if you didn't know where your next food was coming from, back in kind of caveman days, right, that would actually create a lot of dysregulation if you didn't know when you were going to eat, where you were going to get your food from. So just think about that. First Steps Therapy's goal isn't really to fix your child. It's really to help support your child on how their brain processes those 5 senses. When do you seek help? So when you've tried these 5 strategies and they didn't help, or you've tried these 5 strategies and they actually worked well, is a great time to contact us. Other times is when it is actually affecting your daily life. So it's affecting your school or your sleep or eating time or any relationships at home. If you feel like your meltdowns are feeling unmanageable as a parent, I think we all get to that point. But really when you're feeling as a parent, you don't have the tools. And or the typical strategies, the parenting strategies really are not working, is the time that you can contact us. So pediatric occupational and physical therapists are trained to help kids with sensory processing issues. And ultimately, the earlier support you actually get, the better the outcome. So you don't really need to wait for a diagnosis to get help with services. And ultimately, what I want to tell you is you're not alone. Sensory challenges are actually pretty common, and First Steps can help. So for any questions or to schedule an evaluation, please reach out to us or call or text us at 720-989-0179, or you can check us out at firststepspediatrictherapy.com. And then please like this or share this with another parent that might need to hear this.